everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing my Project 10 uses update. Do this at the end of every month. I use all of the items that I pull from my Shop My Stash for that month, and I try to use them 10 times. With palettes I use them 5 times, but I do a no pan left behind. So yeah, let's get started. I have quite a lot rolling out today, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot. I feel like I purposely didn't pull a lot last time because I already had loads that I was already working on, and then a lot of the palettes that I was already working on. So I think I only pulled like 1 palette last time, I believe, but I have 4 rolling out today. So definitely will pull a lot from my new Shop My Stash. I'm very excited to do that. I'll probably do that in a few days time though, because I am going away this weekend. So yeah, I probably won't do that till I get back. So the video will be next week. However, let's get started. As always, I will go through the items that I'm going to be rolling out first. So let's go into the eyeshadow palettes. The first one is this Gloss Gods Look for Rainbows palette. I said this is like one of my favorite palettes that I've tried this year, and I definitely stand by that. So this one, let me just look at my notes here. So this one I actually used 5 times last month. I've used it 2 more times this month to use all of the shades because I hadn't used all the shades. I think I was only missing like 3, and I have used all the shades now. It is one of the most beautiful palettes that I own, and I am really excited to own this, and I can't wait to jump in some of the other ones. But I thought this was such a great palette to throw in for summer, and these blue shades are absolutely stunning. And then this is like this has got like a flip of purple, and oh my goodness, I just think a lot of these shades are beautiful, beautiful, stunning, and I was able to transform a lot of looks just by putting one of these shades on. It was a companion palette for me, but I really like it, so that is a big win for me. Okay, next up, I finally finished using my Hocus Pocus 2 palette from Colourpop. This has been in the project for a while, and I think I rolled it in spring, and I was like, yeah, this is like a spring palette, and I never used it. And then it's been, I think, 3 months now. So I finally have used all of the shades. I've also used the palette at least 5 times. This month I used the palette 3 times. Still not a lot, but I was able to finish up and use all of the shades that I still hadn't used. So yeah, this is what this one's looking like. I don't think it looks that too different, to be honest, but I have obviously gone in and used all the shades. I still think this is not Colourpop's best formula. There is something weird about this formula. Not weird, but it's just a little bit stiffer. It's my only palette where I have the bigger round pans as well. So I don't know if there's anything to do with that. But they just seem a little bit stiffer, especially the shimmers. They're just not the same as some other Colourpop shimmers that I have. I think the mattes are great. But yeah, I do think this palette is really fun, and I finally finished it, so I'm very, very pleased with that. Okay, next up I've got my Just My Luck from Colourpop. This one I had rearranged, and I actually used this 5 times this month, and I have used all of the shades now. So I have done what I wanted to do, which I'm very pleased about. This is not my favorite color story. After having played with it obviously for 5 different looks, I'm kind of under the impression that it's a very warm tone palette that I've created here, and at first it kind of looks like it'll be fun, but I did get a little bit bored of it. And this shade in particular, I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't interested in it. This glitter is actually really pretty. I think it's from the Orange You Glad, or it's from the Honey. I can't know. Not from the Honey, because I've hit pan on that one. I actually don't recall where that one is from. And then I think some of these are from Lilac You a lot, but I don't know. It is a nice palette. But it's not my favorite in terms of the color stories that I have recently created. Same thing about this one. This is the Main Squeeze from Colourpop, and again I rearranged this one, and I thought this would be a really nice summer palette, and it is a really nice warm tone palette. This one I used 3 times, and I have used all the shades now. But it wasn't something that, like, after I used it a couple of times, I was like, I don't really want to use this anymore. I don't know, I just kind of got a little bit tired of it. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit tired of all my warm tones, because I've been wearing warm tone eyeshadow looks for a while. So I'm pleased that I've done these 2, and I kind of just want to go into the other ones that I have, because I think the other ones that are a little bit more cool tone are very interesting. So I don't know, who knows what I'll pull from my Shop My Stash. As I said, I'm not doing that today, but I'm glad that I got through all 4 of those palettes, And yeah, I can't wait to get into my other palettes. All right, everything else that I am rolling out today, let me just go through that. So I've got my NYX Bear With Me concealer. This one I have used 13 times. Yeah, just I don't use concealer every single day. I do have it on today and I skip foundation. So sometimes I do both, sometimes I've been just doing one or the other. It's a pretty decent shade actually for the summer, I would say. For the winter, I always found it a little bit too dark for me. Because it doesn't have the brightening effect that I really like. But if I'm not going to wear foundation and I just pop this on, it's actually a pretty decent shade match. So I have been enjoying it more than I enjoyed it previously when I used it in the winter. Is it my favorite concealer? Still, no, it's not. But I don't dislike it as much as I did. Then we've got my MAC blush. This one I had in last time. I only need to use it 4 times this month, and I have done that. This is the shade That's Peachy, and it is just a beautiful coral, vibrant color, and I really do enjoy it, especially for the summer. So this one, was easy for me to use that 4 more times. Another one that I had in last month is this May Duo. I have to be careful with this because it's pretty broken, but I've been working on the blush. The highlighter, I don't think I really even went into it, or it was really the blush that I wanted to go into because it is a very beautiful, matte, bright orange, coral leaning color and a really fun color. I really like this one. This one I also had in last time, and I also only need to use it 4 times, which I have, so that one is rolling out. And then my Essence blush lighter. This one I only used the once last time, so I did it 9 times, and I actually have, so I'm going to be rolling this one out. It's been enjoyable. It's not my favorite, and some of the times when I've used it I thought it was a little bit too pink, and I'm not a huge fan of pink blush, so sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of depends. I think pink blush just generally looks better in the winter, so when I have my like bronzer on and everything like that, and I'm obviously more bronze right now, it kind of looks a little bit off. So yeah, this one I've been using, but I haven't been loving it. Okay, this one was in the project last month. This is the W7, the Dewy Fixer Setting Spray. I have used it 8 times. I only need to use it 6 more times, but this one is rolling out too. This is a good spray. I actually like the mister and it's pretty decent. My Clinique, this is the Bad Pop shade, and this is good. It's a little bit too satin for my liking. It's got that satin with the little glitters, and I don't know, I think I would have preferred it to be creamy but more matte, if that makes sense. So it's not my favorite sort of finish as a lipstick, but it is still very easy to wear, and I generally pop on a lip gloss over the top of it just to change the color a little bit, because I do think it's a little bit wintry at the moment. But this one I have used 5 times. I had it in last month, and so I needed to use it 5 more times, and I have done that. We've got this, which is the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. This one I am also rolling out. I used it 1 last time today. This is with Smashbox. It's not the original release. And yeah, I need to use it 8 times this month, which I have done. So that one is rolling out. Doesn't look any different there. It doesn't look any different. It's pretty pigmented. I've been enjoying it a lot more than normal. Usually I always say, oh, I don't really like this, but I actually have been enjoying it quite a bit. It is a really nice color, especially for the summer. So I think that's why I've been enjoying it so much. So yeah, this one is rolling out. Then I've got my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one is broken. I actually hit pan on it over the last week. And this one I've used exactly 10 times. So this one is rolling out. And very happy that I have hit a cheeky little pan there. And then the last thing I'm rolling out today is my BH Cosmetics Lipliner. This is the shade Earth, and I have really been enjoying this one. This one I have used 10 times, and I feel like it's gone down for sure. I definitely think it's gone down. I don't know where I was, but I've been sharpening like crazy, and yeah, it might be something that I would like to project pan, to be honest, at some point. I think it would be a fun one just because I'm really enjoying it, and this is the first lip liner I have ever enjoyed in my life. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. This is the first lip liner I have ever enjoyed in my life, so it might be one that I want to pan. So this is staying in because I did not reach my goal. So we've got the Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fussy. This one I've used 4 times, so I need to use it 6 more times. Then I've got these 3 lip products. So I've got the Peach Poppy from Maybelline, which I actually, do I have this on today? I have a little bit of on today. I have like 3 different things on today. This one I have used, this one was in the project last month, and I only need to use it 5 more times this month, but I've only used it 3 more times. And because I do like the color, I'm just gonna keep it in. Why not? So yeah, I'll keep that one in just for 2 more uses. And then I've also got this Kimchi one, which is the High Key Gloss in the shade Peach Pink. And this one was also in the project last month. I need to use it 6 more times this month. I've used it 4. So again, only need to use it 2 more times. This one I have on my lips today. And I think it is a really nice one to layer over something else. If you wear it on your own, it's much more vibrant. But when you layer on top of something else, I actually layered it on top of the Clinique today. And then I put the Peachy Pink, what is this one called? Peach Poppy on, and then I put this one on. I've just been layering it, and I think I like the end result. So that one, only need to use it 2 more times. And then this one, I don't really know what to do with it. I kind of want to declutter it because I don't really like it anymore. This is the Be Perfect double glazed in the shade Girl Code, and I've always kept it because I'm like, oh, this is a very interesting color, and I just don't really want to wear it. So this one, I had it in last month. I needed to use it 8 times this month. I've used it 3 times. So I have to use it 5 more times. And I'm just wondering, do I want to, or do I want to just declutter it? I kind of want to declutter it, I'm not gonna lie, but I think, yeah, I think I'm just gonna declutter it. I'm gonna make up my mind right now. I'm decluttering it. It's going. I just don't like it. And you know, something is a little bit funky with it. It's older and it doesn't have the same sweet scent. So at this point, I'm like, if anything starts smelling iffy, I just want to just like get it out of my collection. So yeah, that one's gone. Okay, and then we have this one, which actually is really exciting. So this is the Kindr Beauty Kind Bronze, and I just filmed my beauty bank a few days ago when I talk about all the pans that I've hit this month. And I just used this today, and I hit a little pan in it, so I will talk about it, I guess, in August. I did drop this, so it kind of got a little bit funky, but there is a little itty bitty tiny pan right there. I don't know if you can see that little sparkle. Oh my goodness. So this one, this is going to start expanding, obviously, and once you hit pan, it starts expanding, and I have not used it 10 times. This one I have used, I have to find it. I've used it 6 times, so I need to use it 4 more times. But yeah, I thought that was really fun that I've actually hit a little pan right here. I don't know if you can. There it is. There's that cheeky little pen. So yeah, very fun. Okay, then we've got these little Gloss Gods water activated liners. These are the power liners, and I have 2 different sets here. And I actually have used these. I don't know, there's been a few times when I've filmed with them on, and other times when I haven't. So which one have I used the most? I actually haven't marked down which one I've used the most. I think I've used this one twice and this one once. And I think I went into both of these shades. I think I went into the orange twice and the pink once. And then here I actually did a look. I think I used the yellow. You can see the yellow is kind of dirty there, but I didn't like it, so I wiped it off. So I have actually used these. I think because there's such a, you know, I don't know if I'm really going to get to the point where I've used them 10 times. I'll keep them in the project though. Only twice and once is not a huge number by any means, but I think if I get to at least 5 uses on each of them, I will be satisfied, just because they're a little bit different of an item, and I don't do that every single day. So they're a little bit unique. And then I've got my Ofra highlighter, All of the Lights. I just have too many highlighters at the moment, so this one kind of got neglected. I do like it though. I had it in last month, and I was supposed to use it 8 times this month. I've only used it the twice, so this one will stay in 1 more month. And then I have my 2 P. Louise huge palettes here. So the Geo one, which is the highlighter palette, I have used only 3 times, and I haven't used I have not used all the shades. So I haven't used this shade, I haven't used this shade, and I haven't used this shade. So I still need to use all the shades. and obviously use it more. I think because these are palettes, I'm kind of looking at them as palettes, because obviously they're so huge. If I get to 5 uses on each of them, that would be fine for me. I still want to use every single shade. So, and then this is the blush one. This is the My First blush palette, and I've used this 4 times. This one I've actually been enjoying. So the only ones that I haven't used is this bright pink right here, and this bright pink down here, and again this number 7 over here for some reason. So yeah, I will just keep those in, and I'm sure I will get more use out of them this next month. And then the last thing that I have to talk about is the Killer Purr from Menagerie. This one I rolled in last time, so I only had this month to work on it. I've only used it the once, so that's a little bit of a shame. I think I used it in my Get Ready Me with me as well, so I haven't, because I focused on these other ones so much because I didn't want them to be in this project another month because they've been lingering for so long. I wanted to really focus on these as well as all the other palettes I'm working on the project. So this one did get neglected, but I'm, you know, we still have the whole of August to work on it. So I'm excited to have it still. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else I'm going to pull next week. So this one, yeah, only used it the once, haven't used all the shades, but I still need to use the palette at least 4 more times to reach my goal. And that is it. That's everything that's been in my project pan. I feel like it's less products this month. I really do. So, oh no, wait. I'm a liar. I'm a total liar. I completely forgot to talk about these two. So these two are staying in. Usually I get through foundation in this project, you know, every single month, and I switch it over. I did roll in 2 foundations. I'm a liar. Oh, no. No, I lied again. I rolled in a 3rd one. I rolled in 3 foundations this month. I don't know why I forgot to talk about these. Okay, so I've kind of been working on them together. This one is the BB cream from Garnier, and it's the shade medium. So it is a darker shade, and these are 2 light shades. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation and the Catrice Tinted Serum Foundation. This one's very white. Not very white, but very pale, and this one is not as pale, but still pale. So I have been using this in these 2 to just mix it and make it work for my skin. As a result, I actually have used this 16 times. And I think I've been using it with some other foundation as well because I'm trying to finish a couple of other foundations. I just have a lot of foundation out at the moment that I'm working on, so these did get neglected. So this one, I have used it 16 times, but I am going to keep it out because it's been very helpful to mix with these 2 while I have a tan. So that one will be rolled out in terms of I won't continue marking down my uses, but I will still be using it. And then these 2, so the NARS one I used 5 times, so this one is staying in, and then the Catrice one I used 4 times, so this one is staying in. I do prefer the NARS one to the Catrice, but I don't feel like I've used them nearly enough to warrant a true opinion about them, especially the Catrice. I haven't had any issues with it. I just don't have an opinion about it. Whereas the NARS one, I did use it a couple times before rolling into this project, so I kind of knew I kind of liked it, but at the same time, I don't know for certain. I'm more leaning towards I like it, and this one I've had no issues with, so, you know, in that respect, I kind of like it, but I don't know if I really like it or if it's just okay. So that's kind of like where I'm at with these 2. So they are staying in the project. Hold on, let me just see if there's anything else, because I always forget to talk about something. There is one other thing. So I spoke about this in my beauty bank, but I am going to be decluttering this. So I pulled it from my Project 10 uses. I used it twice. This is the Ofra Flash Primer Facelifting Flash Primer. And this one peeled on me when I did my Shop My Stash, and then I used it again with a different foundation, because during my Shop My Stash, when I did my Get Ready With Me, I put these 2 together and it was terrible. So then I just put this one on and it worked fine. So then I used this again with a different foundation and the same thing happened. It just, my skin looked like it was peeling off. It was so disgusting. So I don't like this. The product just doesn't mesh well with foundation, I guess. And so I've ended up decluttering it. I did like the fact that it literally does feel like it tightens your skin. So had it worked out, I would have definitely continued using it because I did enjoy that. But it's the type of product you have to put on and then not put anything else on, and I can't be dealing with that. So this one has been decluttered. And yeah, I think that's it. That's it, everything in my Shop My Stash. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to. As I said, my Shop My Stash will be posted sometime next week. I still need to film it, but I'll probably film it on my return. So yeah, it'll be posted at the beginning of August sometime. But thank you. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.